church was actually a place of intercourse. It was a place where man could interact with the divine. The church is an organism that had the DNA of God, and when God shows up, God can mingle with himself. That was the idea, because God wanted to achieve the mystery of oneness. So it's a migration from God to a context that can host God, so that koinonia can take place. But there is a governing policy that rules this koinonia. Koinonia is the heaviest molecule of existence. Ministry is rubbish unless there's koinonia. You have no ministry because it's an overflow of that intercourse that exists between you and God. What we call ministry is not preaching, it's not building a system. What we call ministry is the ability of contacting Yahweh, and when you show up, you become an avalanche through which Yahweh flows through you. So you can be preaching, but you are not in ministry because you can't give expression to Yahweh. Somebody else could be on the street selling akara, but that akara he's selling, if he says good evening, Yahweh flows out of him. So that woman selling akara is more into ministry than a bishop. The gathering is not a church. The people are not a church until they can contact God and express him. The church is an organism. Be it an individual, a people, or a system, an organism that can contact God and express him. This is what we are here to do. So if you studied, after God created the heavens and the earth, that communion could not take place. So what God did was to enter into Zion, and he downloaded what was in Zion and brought it into time. It's called Eden. He said, Lucifer, you were in Eden from the day of their creation. Ezekiel 28 verse 17. You were in Eden. You walked to and fro in the midst of the coals of fire, until iniquity was found in you, and you were cast as profane from the mountains of God. Eden is not what God created in time. Eden is what God downloaded from heaven. And the moment Eden was created, the man had a context where he could relate with God. That's the dimension. God wanted to create another dimension, because Adam did not understand that Eden is church. Adam did not understand that Eden was an envelope that could only accommodate Yahweh. So what he did was, through rebellion, he punctured Eden, and Lucifer entered. And the moment Lucifer entered, the church vanished, because the garden can remain, but the essence has been lost. The building can remain, but the essence has been lost. So God departed from Eden, and he said, they know not, neither will they understand. So they walk on in darkness, for the foundation of the earth have lost their causes. What it means is that God, who is the light, has been withdrawn. He had been withdrawn. So communion couldn't take place anymore. And when Jesus came back, he wanted to download Eden again. So he looked around, and he walked with them for 3 years, and they could not find Eden, because it's not on earth. Eden is a womb. It's a womb of the spirit, where spirits are incubated. Eden is a womb of the spirit, where spiritual intercourse take place. And if you want to find Eden, you must journey into the spirit. So he said, who do men say I am? And they took the conclusions of the schools of thoughts. He says, some say you are Jeremiah. I think the Pharisees gathered together and they studied, and they said, what we see in this dimension, it looks like Jeremiah. He says, some say you are Isaiah, some say you are John the Baptist. And he said, well, I have a message for you. All of them failed, because what they are judging are manifestation. Only men who enter into the womb can find the question I'm asking, because Israel knew the acts of God. Moses knew the ways of God. They saw the miracles, but Moses went to where the miracle was created. So Moses knows how miracles are performed. Israel only see miracle, but Moses enter into Zion. That's why he said, ensure that you build according to the patterns that were revealed to you on the mountain. If you can't go into the spirit, you can't bring Eden down, because Eden is a downloaded version of the tabernacles of Zion. So build according to the pattern. So he said, who do men say I, the Son of Man, I am? The school of thought, they failed, until Peter stood up and said, you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus told him, what you did is that you traveled outside flesh. What you did is that you traveled outside time. What you did is that you traveled outside of human philosophy and ideology. You stepped out of earth. You stepped out of the visible universe. You actually stepped into the infinity dimensions, because what you have just done is that you have downloaded another Eden. What God did for 6 days, Peter did in a moment, because the one walking in the garden is the one standing with Peter. So when he said you are the Christ, he brought let there be light. When he said you are the Christ, he brought let the dry ground appear. When he said you are the Christ, he re-downloaded Eden. And Jesus said, upon this revelation I will build my church. It's an organism.